In case you've been wondering why I haven't uploaded in a while, it's because I got a new camera. And in doing so, I sold my Panasonic GH5 Mark I with memory cards in it. So whoever bought that camera has a backlog of Matt's Notes videos. Regardless, here we are with a new video and a new camera, the GH5 Mark II, and we'll talk about why I picked one up. It's a very warm winter day here in the Northland, and I'm surprised because there's a lot of birds still in the neighborhood. So I'm going to take this wide angle lens off, put on my bird lens, see if we can get some nice shots. So right now we are handheld with a non-stabilized lens mounted. How do I look and how do I sound? Now, full disclosure, I did not want to upgrade my camera. I love the GH5 Mark I, but I was in a situation where I had to. Okay, so I don't have to do anything, but the GH5 Mark II just made sense to upgrade to because I have a lot of jobs in the near future where I have to do live streaming. And yes, I could do it with the GH5 Mark I, and I did, but doing that, I have to carry around a capture card, my laptop or workstation, hardwire it to whatever internet or wirelessly, and it's just a big hassle. And the GH5 Mark II, while it's not a huge upgrade from the Mark I, it has a more streamlined process. So if I could streamline my live streaming, it's a plus. Have I tried it out yet? No, but trial by fire. Look how beautiful my city is. This is an autofocus test, continuous. How do I look? Am I in focus? I hope so, because this is some new algorithm based off of an old contrast-based system that Panasonic seems to not want to give up. I don't find a huge issue with it, but you be the judge. So all of this right now, it's filmed in Vlog L with continuous autofocus, human tracking on. I'm just out here taking some whatever pot shots, just trying out the camera with my friends here. I mean, obviously it's not a pretty time of year. We just have brown foliage again. There's no ships in our freshwater sea here, but I'm doing what I can. So the body, ergonomics wise and weight, feel and look just about the same as the GH5 Mark I, but it's a little bit heavier with a smaller screen. So if those are turn-offs to you, just go with the GH5 Mark I. It's about the same camera, really. To backpack off of the GH5 Mark II's body being a little bit heavier with a smaller screen, I kind of like the body of the GH5 Mark I just a little bit more. I feel like this would get heavy over time. Either that or I'm out of shape, which it is the latter of the two, if you can't tell. So we're gonna keep this little journey going. I'm gonna go find some new spots and get some more pics and maybe B-roll. Okay, straight out of the camera, no mic attached. How do I sound? I think it's time to go home. I try to take pictures of that waterfall and I massive So time to clean up and we'll talk about the GH5 Mark II in the comfort of my own Doge. You know exactly why this clip was filmed. You saw it in the last one. It goes without saying, I'm still filming with the Panasonic Lumix GH5 Mark II. I apologize, I'm not holding it for the segment. I got rid of all of my video cameras. I had a quarter-life crisis. Sold all of my gear aside from what I can use with this camera. Now, this is continuous autofocus, which we ran into an issue with the push-pull pulsing that the contrast-based system is known for. So duly noted, I won't be using continuous autofocus in low-ish light with the low-ish shutter speed. The good news to come out of that, however, this is the GH5 Mark II, which means firmware updates. So theoretically, this could be fixed in the near future, whereas the GH5 Mark I, which I so dearly didn't want to sell, is more or less at the end of its lifespan when it comes to updates. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad camera by any means, but this has a newer brain which could digest all of that new information that could theoretically fix this issue in the near future. Now, you're probably saying, Matt, why did you get the Mark II? Why not go with the GH6? Or better yet, a full-frame sensor we can get a shallow depth of field with a wider dynamic range. Well, aside from monetary reasons, obviously I don't have a whole team of people I can hire out and just hand out reds to. I just love the Micro Four Thirds system. For me, yeah, dynamic range, cool. It's nice to have. And shallow depth of field, of course, I can throw on a speed booster, but I prioritize comfort, versatility, and just freedom that the Micro Four Thirds system brings to me, both in the field and for fun stuff like YouTube. And if we're talking quality, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit just to have that. Now, I'm not saying the GH5 Mark II isn't a great camera. It very much is and has a good dynamic range. But for me, composition goes before all of that, and comfort. With this camera in particular, I just love the GH5 body already. Now, the GH6 is a little bit bigger, which I don't like when it comes to Micro Four Thirds cameras. I love having the small body and, in addition, the small lenses to come with it. I like the ability to have all of my lenses fit in a fanny pack need be, and because it's a lighter system, it means it's easier to mount on a gimbal in the field and carry around for longer periods of time. Plus, with a smaller sensor means quicker sensor readout, which in turn means that I can get better bit rates and codecs within the camera without having to stack on an external recorder. So having that peace of mind and flexibility for me goes over any quality issues or non-issues that might run in with using the Micro Four Thirds system. Now, that's not to say that I won't get a full frame sensor in the near future. I probably will, and it's looking like the S5, which I already had and I regret selling. In the meantime, I absolutely love the GH5 Mark II, and I don't see myself giving it up in the coming future. Now, this isn't meant to be a full-on review. I don't like watching them myself, and if you need to, there's a lot of videos that do so. I just want to talk about my thoughts when it comes to this camera, which I love. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.